Bine v-am găsit, prieteni. O să jucăm astăzi Sacrifice de PC. Este un RPG. O să facem un pic tutorialele. Este un joc mai vechiuț, dar este făinuț.
Greetings, O acolyte of Persephone. I am a humble homunculus sent by the goddess to instruct you in the ways of mysticism. First, you need to know how to move around. To run forward, press the W key. To run backwards, press the S key. Click on Continue when you are ready. To turn to the left, press the A key. To turn to the right, press the D key. I will meet you by the road up ahead when you are ready to continue. Oh, one additional thing, Master. If you ever forget what you are supposed to be doing, you can bring up your mission objectives or a speech history in the game options menu. Hit the Escape key to bring up the options menu, and then select either the Objectives or Speech History buttons. Hit the Escape key to bring up the options menu.
Am acolo și un radar.
Let us discuss how to look around. We call that camera control. You can zoom the camera in and out using the mouse wheel, or you can use the plus and minus keys on your keyboard. Why don't you give it a try? You can also zoom in and out by placing your cursor to the extreme top or bottom of the screen. When you've mastered zooming, meet me up the road and I'll teach you something even more exciting. Remember, to find me, just follow the brownish dirt road. Even when I'm not with you in physical form, I will be surveying the battlefield for you. I can see you and your troops at all times. Great, I will meet you at the ruins up ahead. They are off to the side of the road, so you may need to search the area to find them. You can look side to side by moving your mouse cursor to the extreme left or right edge of the screen. You can look in any direction by holding down the middle mouse button and dragging the mouse. If you do not have a middle mouse button, then you can hold Control and use the left mouse button instead. By the way, when I say Control, I mean the key labeled CTRL on your keyboard. Bet you didn't know mysticism was so technical, did you? Having trouble finding me? Let me illuminate my position with a column of light. The gods will often use such tricks to let you know where things are located. You found me. Good job. Now, let's talk about the mini-map located in the lower right portion of your screen. A lot of information about your surroundings can be gleaned from this mini-map. You see that oblong white shape in the middle? That's you. Go ahead and turn yourself in place. Notice that the map always orients itself in the direction that you're facing. Sometimes you will need to see a larger or smaller portion of your surroundings. This is accomplished by zooming in and out on the mini-map. To zoom in, place your cursor on top of the mini-map and hold down either the middle mouse button or Control and the left mouse button. Now move your mouse upwards. Zoom in until you can clearly see a green dot in front of the shape representing you on the map. That green dot is me. Other creatures will appear as a dot in whatever color is assigned to their side. You can gain more information on just about anything on the minimap by placing your cursor on top of it. Things that belong to your side, such as creatures and buildings, will sometimes appear near the edge of the minimap as small arrows. Hold your cursor over the arrow at the edge of the minimap. You will see that this arrow is showing you the direction in which your altar lies. Now, to zoom out, place your cursor on the minimap and hold down the middle mouse button or Control and the left mouse button. Move the mouse downward with the button held down and you will zoom out. Keep zooming until you see a ring-shaped icon on the minimap. This icon represents the actual position of your altar. Major structures such as altars are depicted as icons that differ depending on what type of structure is being represented. That is all for now on the subject of mini-maps. Return to the road and keep following it. I will await you further along. Now you will learn the very basics of casting spells. In the lower left corner of your screen are 3 tabs representing your spell books. Below these tabs is a row of icons representing the spells contained within the currently open spell tab. Currently, the only active tab is your general spell tab. This is the middle tab. Make sure this book is open by left-clicking on it. You should see 3 spell icons on the bottom row. Hold your cursor over an icon to gain information about that particular spell. Select the spell Heal from the spell list by left-clicking on its icon. Your cursor should now change into a targeting cursor. Place the cursor over yourself and left-click to cast the spell. The Heal spell is very important to use properly in battle, so you may want to practice it a few more times. When you feel you have mastered it, come talk to me.
Oh,
Enemy sighted.
Animus.
Your spell casting seems to have attracted a locust. I wonder what he's doing here. Well, he is the perfect target practice for your spell casting. Select the spell Wrath from your spell list and target the locust.
Iliel Animus. Kingetsu.
Ah, that shows him. Notice that ghostly figure rising from the dead locust? That's its soul. Don't worry about souls just yet. We will discuss them later in your training. Continue along the path and experiment with your other spells. I will meet you in the village up ahead.
Quixa Animus. Kaza. Saxo.
The speed up spell is very useful when traveling great distances. These fellows here are peasants. Persephone will say they are the heart and soul of Elysium, but they are just a bunch of frightened fellows who can't fight, if you ask me. You see the way they fawn over you? If they like you, they may even follow you around, hoping you'll protect them, I guess. If you seem like a threat, they'll probably go running. Can't blame them. Aside from the occasional friendly wizard, that's the only defense they have. You will meet a wide variety of creatures in your travels. Not all of them as harmless as these peasants. Keep your eyes open. Sometimes a creature will want to talk to you. If I think they have something important to say, I'll point them out. In any case, your cursor will change to look like a mouth when you point at a creature who has something to say. Now, when you see this, simply walk near them and they'll begin to speak. That's all for your first lesson. Feel free to explore this island all you like, but when you're ready, find a nearby portal and it'll take you to a new island. Then, I'll teach you all about combat.
O să mergem acum tutorial.
I could have been a mystic too, except I'm no good with magic.
Klaatu Kinketsu Krixa.
Am ajuns la tutorialul numărul 2. Antrenamentul de luptă.
Welcome to the second portion of your training. This time we'll talk about combat. Remember that although you are a master of magic, you aren't the toughest in a fight. If you wade into the middle of combat, you're likely to end up on the wrong side of a troll's fist. To keep watch over a battle and support your troops with magic, it is always best to stand back from the main conflict. A good commander knows when the time is right to join the fray and will only do so when his presence will win the day. Why don't you follow me? Persephone has provided some of her creatures for your training. Here we have the creatures Persephone sent us.
I am yours to command by order of the goddess.
Yes, well, he seems very eager. Why don't you left-click on him to select him?
I stand
Very good. Now, take a look at the druid. You see the triangle and two bars floating above his head? That triangle represents your unit color, and the two bars represent his health and mana. Notice that two icons have appeared in the area on the left side of your screen. The icon in the larger area represents this druid that you have selected. The icon just to the right is for any special abilities that your selected creatures have. In this case, the druid is able to create a magical shield around himself. Go ahead and left-click on the life shield icon to command the druid to use his ability. Now he is much more resistant to harm. Notice that when he activated his ability, it used some of his mana. We will learn about regaining mana in a later lesson. Now, for our next lesson, we need another volunteer. The ranger there will do nicely. To select multiple creatures, hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse. Good. Now, wait here. Now that you have both of them selected, send them over to me. Just right-click on the ground near me.
Ok.
Move!
On the trail.
Very good. When you right-click to issue an order, the creature will do a default action. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean he'll try to do the sensible thing based on what you clicked on.
Ranger here.
Move!
Already done.
Notice that when you right-clicked on the ground, you told them to move? Now make sure they're still selected and right-click on me.
Guard!
On the trail.
Da, să fie amândoi selectați.
Ranger here. On my way.
Guard!
On my way. Ready.
Guard!
On my way.
Cum îl selectez, mă? Ah.
Guard!
Great! Now they will guard me. Notice that they take up position next to me. If I were an enemy, they would have attacked when you right-clicked on me. Glad I'm on your side. Why don't you... There is one more way to issue commands. Sometimes you may want creatures to perform a command other than the default right-click command. For example, you may want to attack an area by issuing an attack order on a piece of ground, or you may wish to attack a friendly unit by issuing an attack order. We will need another volunteer for this. Ah, Shrike, why don't you come over here?
I don't know if I agree.
Well, he can stay there then. Select the ranger by left-clicking on him. If you have both the druid and ranger selected, you can just click on the ranger icon in the selection set on the left edge of the screen.
Ready.
Now that you have the ranger selected, press and hold down the right mouse button. This will bring up 4 icons arranged in a cross shape. Don't let go yet. Move the cursor to the right. Notice that more icons appear as you move the cursor. Stop when you reach the icon marked Attack, and then release the mouse button. Now your cursor should take the form of the Attack icon. To execute this order, left-click on the intended target. Try it out on the Shrike over there.
What ho?
Advance!
He's shafted.
Guard!
On the trail.
Nu, nu, nu.
Ranger here.
Attack!
The ranger will now attack the Shrike. When you want him to stop attacking, simply give him another order by right-clicking or once again using the cross menu.
I feel no pain.
Bullseye.
Meet me down the road for our next lesson.
On target.
Make sure to order any of your troops who are not guarding me to come with you.
Bullseye. On
I
target.
feel no pain. I feel no pain.
Bullseye. On target. Bullseye. On
I
target.
feel no pain.
Bullseye.
Guard!
On my way.
Do you forget me?
Move!
On my way.
Move!
Moving out.
Move!
On my way.
Move!
Moving out.
You see that rock over there? The one in the middle of that sandy area? Let me illuminate the one I'm talking about. Let's suppose you wanted to order your minions to run around that rock in a circle. You would give them that order by issuing a series of orders as waypoints. When a series of orders are issued as waypoints, they will execute in the order that they are given, one after the other. To issue orders as waypoints, simply hold down the Shift key and then click to issue the order. Both right-click orders and orders issued via the cross menu can be given as waypoints. Try giving your creatures some waypointed orders. When you are comfortable doing this, meet me further up the road.
Move!
On my way.
Line formation. Semicircle formation. Defend this area.
Moving out.
Try giving your creatures some waypointed orders. When you are to issue orders as waypoints, simply hold down the Shift key and then click to issue the order. Both right-click orders and orders issued via the cross menu can be given as waypoints.
Move.
On my way.
Move.
On the trail.
Move.
On the trail.
Move.
Moving out.
Move.
Moving out.
Move.
On the trail.
Move.
Moving out.
Feeling good about issuing waypoints, eh? Well, we needed some more troops for this next bit. Persephone said she'd send some, but looks like Miss High and Mighty can't be bothered.
Did we hear someone calling our name?
Persephone, so generous of you to grace us with your divine presence. We were just discussing your many fine qualities.
Very good. We have brought you a contingent of our faithful, for we see that you have been prudent thus far, and have preserved the well-being of the other creatures in your charge. Do not allow your vigilance to falter.
Oh, good, she's gone. Now, let's start our next lesson. These troops aren't going to be much good bunched up like that. Here, let me show you a trick for separating out groups of tightly packed units. Now that you have control of them, double-click on any one of the creatures with the left mouse button.
Line formation.
Notice that it selected the unit you clicked on and all similar units in the immediate area. Go ahead and give them a move order by right-clicking on the ground to the left of the group. Now, double-click on the remaining creatures and tell them to move to the right. The two groups you ordered are now more organized. It is critical to maintain organization in the heat of battle. To help you organize your troops, you can assign group numbers to them. Now that you have your rangers selected, hold down the Control key and hit the 1 key on your keyboard. You should hear yourself declaring that the
You're
rangers
Group
are
1.
now Group 1. Now, double-click on one of the druids to select all of them. Once this is done, hold down
You're Group
Control
1.
and hit the 2 key. This will set the druids as Group
You're
2.
Group 2.
Hit the 1 key. This should select all of the
Group 1.
rangers.
Strength and honor.
You will hear yourself calling out the name of a group whenever. Go ahead and play around with the group settings. When you feel ready to move on take the
my way.
rightmost fork in the road and I will meet you further along. And do remember
Group
to bring your
2.
troops with you.
Strength and honor.
Defend this area.
On the trail.
Move.
Already done.
Move.
On my way.
Move.
On my way.
Move.
Moving.
Move.
On the
Move.
On the trail.
Barata Mastadok.
Now it is time to learn about formations. You may have noticed that your troops will form into a straight line when they reach a destination. This is because they are told to use the line formation by default. Select your group of rangers and have them guard me.
Group Group 1.
Strength and honor.
Guard!
You see how they form up on either side of me in a line? If an enemy were in front of us, I would be safely out of their line of fire. As I move, they will move with me and try to maintain their position relative to me and to one another. To change the formation that your selected creatures will use, you must access the cross menu. Hold down the right mouse button. When the cross menu appears, move your mouse cursor to the left until it highlights the line formation icon. Now
Line
move the
formation.
cursor up until it highlights the skirmish formation. Release the button.
Skirmish formation.
You should hit when you give a formation order. Your troops will not use that formation until they are given their next order. They will then use that formation until they are given an order to use a different formation. Notice that the skirmish formation that you selected orders the troops to shield me by standing in front of me. I can't shoot through them, but an enemy trying to get to me has to fight through my screen of ranges first. You will find many different uses for the various formations. Hold down the right mouse button to access the cross menu again and move the cursor upwards this time. Select the circle formation and right-click on yourself.
Circle formation. Guard me.
Already done.
Guard me.
Moving out.
Circle formation. Guard me.
On my way.
Group 2.
Strength and honor.
Circle formation. Guard me.
Follow me and we will continue your lessons.
Gabi animus crixa.
There are several creatures approaching.
My lord.
Interesant acest joc.
Stop! Or we'll fire! 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 Oh, he's got friends.
Pyro is attacking the village. We need aid.
We must get to that village. Persephone will reward us well if we help her creatures.
You're not helping anyone.
Oh, they've destroyed the bridge. We must find another way around to the village.
Mathrak culpa animus.
Permission to speak, my lord.
Yes, yes, speak up.
My lord, I will come with you. I must save my home.
Very well, you may come. We need all the men we can get. Select all of your rangers. Now that you have them selected, hold down Shift and click on the new ranger there. He will be added to your ranger group. In a similar way, you can Shift-click on a unit icon to remove an individual unit.
strength and
Now,
honor.
onward to the village. I will follow you.
Circle formation. Guard me. Denorum culpa saxo.
Invalid target. Enemy sighted.
Thorn plateau pejorative.
Your creatures are under attack. That spell is not ready. Your wizard is under attack.
Dothto thorn gaza ilorum. Boas virata pejorative. Culpa plateau animus nicto.
Hold a moment before you proceed. Many dangers lie ahead. We shall provide additional creatures that you may deter the heretical menace of Pyro.
These shrikes will help with any melee creatures we encounter. But watch out for missile fire. They are vulnerable to it. One more thing before we charge into battle. You can use the mini-map to issue orders and select troops. Go ahead and experiment with this. We are in a hurry, but if you are not prepared to enter battle, we will surely lose.
Circle formation. Guard me.
Aye. La 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 la. Direct me.
Circle formation. Guard
With
me.
a song in my heart.
Sanct Denorum plateau gaza.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Looks like a good place for an ambush. Why don't you go ahead? I'll catch up to you. Enemy sighted. Invalid target. Invalid target.
Master duck.
Your wizard is under attack. Enemy sighted.
Plateau Ras. Iliel Ferox.
Your creatures are under attack. There's the village. Hurry before it's too late.
Nostro Virata Modern Kazan. Plateau Krixa Nostro Gaza.
Your wizard is under attack. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are dying.
I feel no pain.
Your creatures are dying. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are under attack.
You will pay for crossing, Pyro. The tide of progress will not be stopped.
Worry not, my friend. We will protect you from the wrath of Pyro. You have served us well. Welcome to our service.
Cam asta a fost acest scurt gameplay al jocului Sacrifice de PC. Eu am fost Gabi. Ați fost la zona de joace. Vă mulțumesc pentru atenție. Până data viitoare, numai bine și la revedere!